to welcome you to our tidbits of our witch bits. And this month, for the month of May, we want to talk about Beltane.
One of my favorite Sabbats is celebrated during this time. It is known as Beltane. This and Samhain are probably my two favorite Sabbats of the entire year. It's just both are very kind of deal with some taboo subjects, which I always find appealing. Who doesn't? As well as
Which are what?
Beltane is very, sexually charged, fertility, love. Samhain deals more with the occult and spiritualness of it, like connecting with your ancestors and the other side, and both of those to me just hold really special meaning, and so I'm super excited about it. So Beltane is again a Sabbat that celebrates the coming of summer, as well as fertility and love, relationships, family, and bonds of that nature. It is usually celebrated between the 1st and the 5th of May, depending on where you are in the world and how you regard that. And it is known, it comes from the Celtic word, Beltane is a Celtic word, which means fires of Bel, and Bel was actually a Celtic deity. Fire is a huge element of Beltane for its purification, as well as its symbolic and can't talk tonight. Sorry, guys. Fire, as you know, can be used for a lot of things, especially purification. And during such a time of this, that is of real importance, because going into the summer also symbolizes the sun, but that continuation of spring, encouraging that fertility, hoping to yield the best, purest crop and or harvest and continuation of one's family and winter as much as you can. The smoke of these fires is also used to purify crops and people and things of that nature. And again, I said it deals with a tabooed subject. It's very sexually charged, because during this time, you would have a lot of young maidens and young men coming together, celebrating, dancing around the maypole, the bonfires, and many rituals are used during this time to help not only select a suitable mate, but also to encourage marriages and things of that.
Yep. And they do a lot of hand fasting, right?
Yep, hand fasting, which is basically the pagan way of getting married, and of course encouraging the procreation of family and things like that comes of that. Some things that are really great to have on hand during this time would be that which encourages the celebration. A lot of flowers, spring colors, the sun, acorns, antlers, very earthy things. Animals associated with this time are the rabbit, bees, goat.
Right.
Jillian, you're gonna love this. The frog.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Cattle. Some really great stones to have on hand would be emeralds, rose quartz, garnet, tourmaline, and then herbs of this time would be the dandelion, primrose, rose, of course, tulips, and fireweed. Some great incenses to have on hand would be frankincense. Frankincense is just a really great all-around essential oil or herb to have. It purifies in itself. Jasmine, of course, rose, vanilla, and ylang-ylang. Never heard of ylang-ylang in it, but hey, it works.
Yeah. Okay. And the maypole. Did we talk about the maypole?
No, I don't think we did.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you have some information on that.
Yeah, so basically, even now, modern day witches would gather around the maypole, and there's different colored ribbons, and they would do that as a celebration. And also, there was a festivity where they would burn a wicker man. And they used to put a bunch of different things inside of it, sacrificial things. However, nowadays, obviously, they don't do that. And it's just sort of a way to, through the smoke, during the burning of the wicker man, you would run your cattle through it or jump through it. Couples that got hand-fasted would jump through the smoke for good luck and for purification, like you were saying earlier. So that's another huge one. But as far as like modern times, like what we do, you can just as easily burn a candle on your altar, and that can represent your fire. And you can use your smoke as purification as well.
Okay.
So, but this month is going to be, the full moon is going to be on May 7th, and that's going to be called the flower moon. It's actually the last of 3 super moons. The first one began with the worm moon in March and the pink moon in April, and then ending with this one. A couple of other names this moon can go by is the corn planting moon, the full flower moon, the milk moon, the bright moon, or the full blessing moon. And it's also a great month during the full moon for, I guess, accepting marriage proposals. Again, back to hand fasting. It's a great time to focus on your positivity and appreciating the abundance that we've been given. And basically, kind of like flowers, as humans, we are going to grow and blossom, and we are going to soak up the energy of the sun. So with the sun staying out longer and it getting brighter, we're not just going to be working with the moon element, we'll also be working, some of us, with the sun as well. And it's a great time for shedding our outer skin and renewing ourselves. Some of the correspondences that you had mentioned before, are bonfires, any kind of fire. Some of the colors are, for your altar, could be red, orange, and yellow. Another couple of herbs and would be mint and some cinnamon. And I think you said the hawthorn tree, right?
Yep. Hawthorn is
Yep. And then amber. I heard amber is another good stone to be working with this month.
I forgot about amber. Yep, that's very true.
So, yeah, this is going to be a cleansing and a getting ready for everything to start growing and getting ready for the full harvest that's going to be provided for the rest of the year. So, yeah, it's a great time for that.
Absolutely. I think we've pretty much just about covered it. Is there anything else you can think of?
I think that about wraps it up, other than I know some people will work with the green man this month. He comes into play a little more prevalently because of the masculine and the feminine coming together and growing all of the up and coming harvest. And yeah, it's a great month for passion and romance. A few rituals that you can do that are really simple for this month would be, like we had talked earlier, lighting a candle on your altar. All you would need is a small votive or a tea light, and just sit and soak in its warm glow as if you were at a bonfire. As with Samhain, Beltane is also a time where the veil is at its thinnest. It's said that it's also the time that we can see into the fairy realm, since the veil is thin on that side as well. You can take a walk outdoors or getting into your garden, since Beltane marks the beginning of warm evenings. Take some deep breaths and recenter yourself in nature. Since it is the festival of fertility, celebrating new life by looking around on your walks for new life that's begun, birds, rabbits, whatever little creatures run across your path. It's a great time for you to bless a project that you have left unfinished, or maybe something new that you would like to start. And lastly, embracing love. And it doesn't have to be just romantic. It can be a friendship, a family member, or even your pet. I also wanted to mention that there will be a meteor shower around May 6th, and it will be most visible during the sunrise. So with the full moon in Scorpio this month, it does resonate with the mysteries of sex, birth, death, and rebirth. And like I had mentioned earlier, it is a time to shed our skin, our old skin, and let go of what's holding us back and keeping us from growing. This full moon also is a time to work with the dark goddesses. A couple of my favorites are Hecate, Caradwyn, and the Morrigan. She can help us release and banish anything that's not serving us. And it's a really great time to incorporate a cord cutting ritual.
Absolutely. It's a great time to work that sex magic too, people, just saying.
That is true. That is true. Every month is good for that, but
that's true. But
this month, I guess, it's a little more dialed in this month.
You got some added oomph this month, just saying. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out to us. And thanks for hanging around. Blessed be.
Blessed be. May Beltane ignite your flames of creation, abundance, and passion for life. Your dreams can now burst forth into reality, fueled by the fires of Beltane.